Yeah, obviously we are excited to play. I believe there's 8 conference championships games this weekend, and we're one of them. And our team is excited. We've had a chance to have Thanksgiving, get a little time off to recover. We had an excellent practice on Sunday. Gave them Monday off. We had an excellent practice this morning. You can see the energy. You can feel the enthusiasm. You can see the pop in their legs of these guys ready to have an opportunity to compete for a championship against a very good opponent that we played early in the year. Kent State is a great challenge, and we are excited about the opportunity.
When you look towards the beginning of the year to now, the quarter to this point in the year, the growth of your guys, not only as players but as men, what do you see, through the whole entire year, and how proud are you of this group for coming this far?
Yeah, I'm certainly proud. And I can take it a step further back. I can go from January until now, and to see their growth and development, their maturity, the way they have attacked everything, whether it's academics, whether it's football, whether it's socially, how they've handled themselves and done the right things in every aspect of their lives really makes me proud as the head coach. Obviously, I know a lot of people get excited about the results, but to me, as the head coach, my job is to make sure we are building complete men. That's why I came back to college. If it was just about results and winning games, I would have stayed in the National Football League. That's where you're judged by wins and losses. But you come to college, you embrace the opportunity to help mold and develop young men, and that's what we tell them in the recruiting process. We tell families, we tell parents, you've gotten your son to this point. Is our job to continue their development, and we take all of that stuff seriously. And the thing that I'm most proud of is that when you take the little things about your life seriously, now you have an opportunity to go win games. And I think we've done it the right way. We built it the right way, and proud of the way our kids have responded.
Excuse me. What challenges does playing a team like a second time in a year, like you're doing with Kent State, present for you guys?
Well, Kent State is a very good football team, very good offensively. They create a lot of stress horizontally and vertically. But to me, some people could look at the challenges, we could look at the opportunity. And that's how we're looking at it. We are not going to be uptight. We're not going to be stressed. We're going to play as well as we can play, as hard as we can play, and as physical as we can play, and we'll live with the results. I was here in 2005 under Coach Novak and had an opportunity to play in the championship game with him, and I thought, I looked at how he did it, then I looked at how we did it in Wisconsin, and we're going to take the approach. We are going to embrace this opportunity. We're going to put everything on the line for 60 minutes, and we are going to live with the results. And I think nobody thought we would beat here. We've beaten the odds. Now we have 60 minutes to try to beat the odds one more time.
Coach, Kent State has a top 10 offense tempo-wise. You guys played them already during the season. You have to go up against them again. How do you emulate that style of play and that speed throughout the week in practice?
Yeah, I think, obviously their offense creates a lot of stress with the, everybody's available on every play. So to simulate that, what we've done is we tried to, add more footballs on the field, to be honest with you, because the quarterback does a great job with the ride and decide. It could be a run, it could be a pass, but we want to make sure everybody's engaged on every play. So we've added more footballs in practice to make sure, hey, just because it's a run play, we can throw a ball out there, you need to be ready to defend. And so I think our kids have embraced that. I think that's helped enhance our practice and make sure guys are alert all the time on every play.
Did you do that last time around, or is that a new wrinkle?
That's new. Our defensive coaches did a great job. They had a great idea about making sure guys are fully locked in. Sometimes when you go into practice, you say, okay, this is run emphasis. Well, maybe the corners are engaged, maybe they're not. But to make sure everybody's engaged, we can always test them with somebody throwing the ball out to them to make sure that they in their proper coverage and doing the right things.
Coach, since the last game against Penn State, where do you feel the team has improved?
Well, I think I think we've improved by being able to do what we needed to do to make it to the championship game. I think, it's been a long season. It's been a season where last year we played 6 games. The stamina that it took to play 12 games was really our first time doing it in a couple years. So I thought our kids handled it, especially with the type of games that we played over the last 2 months of the season. And I think, having a chance to play on Tuesday and get away, you get refreshed, you get rejuvenated to play in the championship game.
Since you guys last played them, Penn State has replaced their defensive coordinator. Have you looked at tape from the last few weeks, and do you see any massive changes to their defense that you have to account for in the game plan?
Well, they've certainly changed some things. I think anytime you make a decision to, change coordinators, they're going to have their own things that they'll like to put on the defense. And so, we'll get into the game Saturday and see how they want to play us, and then we'll have to adjust. It's going to be a game of adjustments, and whatever they want to present, we have to make sure we have the ability to adapt and adjust.
Coach, we've talked a lot about this season during the season. You guys have the second youngest team in the FBS subdivision. What does this opportunity mean to the team and most importantly the program, considering you're at this young spot in your tenure with the players that you have?
Yeah, having a young team, I think the biggest thing you want to stress is don't take this opportunity for granted. I talked about the 2005 team with Coach Novak. I believe that was the only championship game he was a part of. So you can never say, just because I'm young, we're going to be here the next year. You have to make the most of your opportunity, and then obviously after this season, we'll try to climb back up the mountain. But don't ever take being in this position for granted, because I've been in 2 championships since 2005. So it's hard to get to. And so don't think of your youth. Think of, for 60 minutes, how hard can we play to give yourself every opportunity to, be on the wall, to get a ring, to be remembered as a champion.
What does it mean to you personally to go from a rough first season of transition, last year dealing with COVID and a very young team and going winless, and now you're here, about to coach in, the MAC championship game?
Yeah, I think it means a lot. It means a lot because, you have to have personal pride, personal belief, personal commitment to get everybody else to see the bigger picture. As the head coach, your job is to present the whole picture, and sometimes you see things that others may not. I thought we had a chance to be really, really good this year, and I thought, we've taken the steps necessary to put ourselves in this position. And I think that, our players have responded to whatever adversity may have come their way. We played in 9 or 10 one-possession games. That's adversity for players. That is tough. It is much harder to coach in one-possession games than to coach in games you won by 21 points or 14 points or whatever the case may be. You have to be locked in and dialed in every single play, and that's coaching. You look at the NFL, every game is a one-possession ball game. When they talk about, Bill Belichick, they say he's a great coach because he finds a way to win one-possession ball games, and it takes a lot out of you. And I'm proud of our staff. I'm proud of the players, how they've been able to stay locked in each and every single week to get the job done. And we got one more opportunity to do that on Saturday.
You mentioned the adversity of those one-possession games. Obviously, people might look and see, 77 freshmen on a team going into a championship game and think maybe the pressure is too much for them, but they've been in so many one-possession games. Do you see the pressure of a championship game being a non-factor?
Yeah, I told our players, you should feel zero pressure. I said, we almost gave up 700 yards the last time we played them, right? What if we can do less? Just give up less. What is the pressure? There's, pressure is I think, self-made. The reason we talk about finding a way to win one more point than an opponent, why we do that? It takes the pressure off. If all you have to do is score one more point than the opponent, that should be your only focus. That should be the only thing that you're concerned about. So we try not to put, student athletes have enough pressure in life from family to academics to everything else that's involved. You know, football is meant to be fun. Have fun. You watched the Alabama game last week. They were down to Auburn. You know what Nick Saban said at halftime? Do y'all know what he said? What did he say?
Go out there and have fun.
Have fun. Have fun. There's no stress. There's no pressure. Have fun. These kids been playing football since they were, 6, 7 years old. You got a chance to play for a championship, to make your family proud, to make everybody that's believed in you proud. There's no pressure. There's no stress, right? Because who thought we would be here? Not one single person.
Coach, throughout the last month or two, we've really seen a lot of bad weather games, a lot of, wind and stuff like that. Is there a little sense of relief knowing you guys are going to be indoors and the whole playbook should be open and the special teams won't see issues with the kicks?
Yeah, no, it's good to be in a normal weather situation. We have normal weather in the indoor, which is fantastic. With their special teams, we still gonna see all the tricks with the kicks. Their whole season, they sprayed the ball all over. I think I saw the Minnesota game last week. I think they said that the kicker was from Kent, so they lost their kicker to Minnesota. So they gonna spray the ball all over. So we got to make sure we have great discipline in our special teams.
How has the 10-day layoff, or it'll be 10 days by the time we get to Saturday, how has that helped some of the guys rest up? I know Rocky was kind of dealing with issues where he couldn't get ready with the 6-day window. How has the extended window helped?
Yeah, it's been great. It's been great. I think we are, we're fully recovered. We're healthy. We're fresh. I really thought that when we played Kent the first time, we had the 10-day break. We played well. We lost. I thought the kids really responded the next week against Ball State, but that took a lot out of us, that Ball State game. Those kids wanted that really, really bad to win the stalk, and the way that game went, I thought at that point, I saw like a change in their energy, right? College football is all about energy and effort, and I thought we were running on fumes the last couple of weeks, but the way they've come back this week gives me great excitement, for this opportunity that we're gonna go out there and play our best game of football. And what a great opportunity on a big stage in a championship setting against a great football team.
Coach, from an offensive standpoint, the last time you guys played Penn State, you had the highest point total, highest yardage total, and you obviously had some guys on the team that broke records. How can you build off that performance the first time around and have a better one this Saturday?
Well, I just think, every game is its own entity, right? So just because you may have done something the previous game doesn't mean that's going to be the outcome this time. So we have to do the things that's going to make us play well, and that starts with our fundamentals and techniques, not beating ourselves and not hurting ourselves by turning the ball over, and then the details of our work. Every play, you have to be high alert, high attention to detail to make sure that you can execute at a high level.
You all year been talking about complementary football. That was especially a big focal point after the Kent State game with those 3 early stops and then only going on whatever it was 6-0, 7-0. How much of a focal point has that been, or has it been brought up at all heading into Saturday?
Yeah, no, we our success this year has been based on our ability to play complementary football. When we do it well, we have a chance. When we don't, we don't. So we have to be, number one, we have to protect the ball on offense. Kent does a great job of taking the ball away. They had a takeaway the last time we played them in the red zone, which took points off the board. And we have to have the ability on offense to, stay on the field, maximize each possession, because we know, obviously, Kent is going to score. I mean, if we think there's going to be a 17-10 ball game, I think we're crazy. So we have to be able to, play complementary football, and our special teams need to show up. We need to win that phase to give us a chance to win.
Playing football, you got to have fun out there, but I think guys are are definitely looking forward to it. You know, it's a big game. You know, for us to be back in the MAC championship, you know, after being there in 2018, you know, it's a good feeling. So, you know, I think guys are just taking everything in, you know, going to enjoy the moment.
Dylan?
Yeah, kind of just piggybacking off Lance. It's just, yeah, right now at this point, the only thing you can do is have fun. You know, it's the championship game. It's the last game of just the regular season, and just everything we've been working for since just January. So at this point, all we have left is just to cut it loose and have fun.
Yeah, I know. Like Dylan said, you know, it's the last game. You know, it's everything we've been working towards. You know, you don't know how many times you're going to get back to this championship game. You know, luckily enough, we were able to be there 2018. So, you know, you get to cherish the opportunity and go have fun and play with your friends.
Marcus?
I ain't got nothing. They said everything.
Marcus, just what's it mean, maybe phrase it a little differently, what's it mean to you being able to play in this championship game, especially given, you know, how last year went and the expectations from, I guess, outside for you guys and being able to exceed those?
Say the question one more time. Sorry.
Just what's it mean to you to be able to play for a championship, given all that?
It means a lot. We all talk about getting to this place where we are right now. We talked all year about it. Having this opportunity to do what we do and cut it loose and have fun and win the championship.
This for Lance and Cole, as players that were members of the 18 team that was able to win the MAC championship, have you guys said anything to the team or addressed the team about, you know, kind of what to expect on Saturday?
Lance?
You know, just kind of soak everything in, you know, just don't let the moment get to you, you know, just relax, you know. Yeah, it's a big game, but at the same time, you know, it's another game on our schedule just like, you know, the rest of the season. So, you know, you don't want to go into it, you know, feeling nervous, you know, you just want to kind of relax, you know, trust that you're prepared and, you know, just go out there and have fun.
Cole?
Yeah, you know, I've been talking to the receivers a little bit. You know, they're a particularly young group. You know, I was the only one in the position group to play in that last one. So, you know, just trying to, you know, get them ready for it. You know, like Lance said, just another game. You know, we played Kent State before, just in a new place. That's about all it is.
For everyone, knowing that you guys were able to play this Kent State team really close last time you played, and maybe one or two plays go a different way and you get a different outcome, how does that fuel you guys either in practice or in preparation meetings? How does that fuel you guys in your preparation generally the last few days?
Dylan?
Yeah, you know, being so close that last game and just kind of allowing them to get away with that win, it taught us a lot in that loss, and our coaches have just come up with a great game plan that's going to allow us to just fly around, especially on defense, fly around fast and be more just get a better feel and just a better vibe of their offense and ways we can stop them.
Marcus?
Just on the offensive perspective, just protecting the ball and not giving up no turnovers. They are capable of taking the ball away. That's one of our biggest points, just keeping the ball, protecting the ball, and always score points.
Coach Hammock had mentioned this for the defensive guys, that you guys have been practicing with multiple footballs on the defensive side. What's that been like, just from like awareness and just trying to find and get to the football perspective?
Lance?
You know, I think the coaches are just trying to put us in, you know, every position possible to succeed. And, you know, I think that's kind of helping us, you know, especially with them being a big RPO team. You know, we're trying to play downhill this week, and, you know, the secondary, they got to be able to stay on their guys. So, you know, I think bringing those two aspects to practice, you know, I think it's definitely going to help.
Dylan?
Yeah, kind of just going off what Lance said, just having those extra passes and reps of just playing the ball is really helpful, especially with this team. They pass the ball a lot. They run the RPO really well, and just having our DBs and corners ready for that is going to be really helpful in terms of this game this Saturday.
Question for everyone. Coach mentioned how this extended time off has kind of revamped the energy in practice. Have you guys seen that or felt that, you know, the practices you've had so far in preparation for this game are a bit more, you know, just higher energy, since he mentioned the Ball State game taking a lot out of you? Have you seen that?
Cole?
Yeah, you know, I think obviously going on Thanksgiving break is nice. You know, being able to see your family, you know, get away, kind of take your mind off football for a little bit, kind of makes you miss it more, want to come back. But I think that's kind of had that, first day of fall camp, first day of spring ball feel where everyone knows the expectations and knows what we're going for here, and we're just, flying around out there in practice trying to get better, trying to accomplish the ultimate goal.
Marcus?
Just piggyback off Cole, a lot of people don't have this opportunity in life to play for a championship, so just taking it all in and having the energy and being the hype guy is just huge for us for our success.
This one's for Cole. Do you think the team's ability to win with so many different styles of play gives you guys an advantage over a team that is reliant on their tempo to win football games?
Yeah, it's great to be able to win multiple ways. In the beginning of the season, the run game really helped us out. When we weren't passing the ball too well, and as of late, we've been throwing the ball better. We've had one of the top passing offenses in the MAC. Rocky's doing a phenomenal job out there, spreading the ball around, getting the ball to the playmakers in space, and the coaching staff always has a great game plan. And I think that's none of the guys on the team are selfish and want the stats. We'll win. If we have to run the ball 60 times, we'll run the ball 60 times. If we have to throw the ball every play, we'll throw the ball every play. So I think the guys really bought in.
For either of the defensive guys going into this, second meeting with Penn State, what's the biggest adjustment you think the defense is going to make in their game plan heading into this one?
I think giving the linebackers the opportunity to play downhill this game. Last game we were playing with a little bit more depth because of the RPO aspect of the offense. But this week, we'll be able to play more downhill, and I think that's really going to help us and help out the secondary too.
Dylan?
That's probably the biggest difference. What Lance just hit on is just allowing our playmakers just to go make plays and just be involved in the game and the scheme of the defense.
Scott?
For all of you guys, playing so many close games, do you feel like that's helped you build an immunity to pressure in the sense that, you don't feel pressure like most teams would because you've been in so many of those situations?
Marcus?
Yeah, just being in that situation before it helps. You know what to expect. You know what's going to come out of it. There's only two sides come out of it. You're going to win or you're going to lose. So just being in that situation multiple times just gives us the opportunity that we know what to do. We know what to expect and how to do our jobs under pressure in that situation.
Lance?
Playing those close games, definitely gain some experience for it. But I think it kind of goes back to, our preparation in the summer, summer workouts and everything like that. We train for moments like that. So, for us to go out there and, pull out those wins, it's everything.
Dylan?
It's pretty important. I feel like, especially both sides, there's a few games where the defense was last teams on the field for that, and the defense pulled through, and there was a few games where the offense went down to the field, and John Richardson ended up kicking field goals to win the game. So I feel like both sides have gotten that experience to where if it comes down to a wire, we know what to do, and we're going to be prepared for it. So that's very helpful.
Cole?
Yeah, I think that a lot of the not feeling the pressure comes from the leaders. You see leaders on the team like Rocky and Clint and like Lance on defense. They don't get nervous, and I think you see a leader get nervous, you're not going to get nervous. I remember in the Ball State game, 2-minute drive, just I didn't even feel like we were in 2 minutes. Felt like another drive to me, just go down and score. So I think it comes from the top down to the bottom.
Coach also said there's no pressure because nobody expected us and NIU to be here. Start of the season, you guys were picked to finish last in the West. What's the life lesson you guys have learned from this season of going from worst to first and proving everybody wrong?
We'll let Cole go first on this one.
Yeah, I know Coach Hammock says, nobody expected. We expected to be here. So it's not like, we feel a little pressure on the team. Not pressure, I should say, but we want to be here. We feel like we deserve to be here. We put in all the work to be here. And I think the life lesson is, you just got to block out all the outside noise. And they're not, all the reporters that picked us to get last, they're not here. They didn't watch us work out in the summer. They didn't watch us practice. So what are they supposed to know?
Dylan?
I feel like kind of what Cole just said, just having that belief. Inside the locker room and within the coaches, we all had belief. And I think the biggest thing outside of that is just showing up and doing the same thing every day. This team's probably been the most consistent team I've been around throughout my 4.5 years here. And that shows up on the field every weekend, every weeknight. So I think that's the biggest part for me.
Lance?
To kind of piggyback off what Cole and Dylan said, you know, when nobody believes in you, you know, believe in yourself, and you know that's kind of the mindset we've been having all season. And you know, you're always gonna have doubters out there, but you know, you just got to prove them wrong, and that's what we've been doing.
Marcus?
Piggyback off what they said, there's not really much I can't say, but yeah, nobody believed in us. Nobody gave us a chance, and that's okay. It is what it is. Like, the only people that need to believe in us is the people in the room. So that's all I gotta really say.
This one's for Dylan. Last time you guys played Penn State, we saw the game get out to a really slow start, and then obviously it went 0 to 100 real fast. What's the importance of getting off the field? It almost went to 100, finished at 99. But the importance of getting off the field and creating turnovers to make sure that, as Coach Hammock said, Penn State will probably score, and making sure they don't get as many points as possible.
Yeah, I think last time we played them, they were like top 3 in like the fastest paced teams in the whole college football. And I'm not sure where they're at right now, but probably I assume it's still around there. I think just kind of just keeping them at bay from the defensive standpoint. We just gotta shut down the RPO game, and they do a lot of like smoke and mirrors and different things to try to get your eyes to play dirty and have different and just mess up on the small details to where explosive plays can happen. That's where we got to be strong, and just making sure that, especially the back end too, that we're not just giving up bombs and different things like that, because our offense is going to go out and do their things. We just got to hold that down for them.
Lance, you came back. This was a big goal, obviously a big reason why you came back. What's it like to actually see everything, I mean, for you, more or less go like according to plan? You know, be healthy, playing in this title game, and then what's getting a win mean to you to cap this out?
You know, it means everything, you know, given my past injury history, you know, the last couple of years, you know, just to be in this position that we're in, you know, it means everything, you know. I just want to keep being a role model, you know, for the young guys, and, you know, just keep leading them in the right direction. And, you know, hopefully we do what we got to do to come out with this win on Saturday.
This one's for Marcus. What would you like to see from the offense in order for you guys to win this game on Saturday?
Just dominating up front. We got to dominate up front as a group, not individually. We all got to be on the same page for our offense to work. So us just taking over the game and doing what we do as a line and playing together, that's going to be the biggest key to this weekend.